Welcome in. In this video, I'm going to show you in a little bit how to learn the secrets to email marketing for your yoga business. Let's go ahead and go live in group so that we can have our community Q&A. Here we go. We are live. We are live. Welcome in. I'm yoga coach Sarah, and this week we're going to do and learn the secrets to email marketing that will help your yoga business grow. Amazing stuff. Thanks so much for being here. My name is yoga coach Sarah Leonardo, and I am a yoga instructor and yoga coach. And I've been seeing a lot of changes in the industry. And one thing that I've always remained constant is the power of email marketing. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create an email campaign that will help you connect with your audience and help convert them into customers. Okay, so stay tuned. And so let me see if live in the group. So that way, if anyone's here in live, type live. Welcome in. Hope everyone had a great new year so far. And I'm going to get you started with a lot of email, really email marketing, how it evolved over time, at least the way how I've experienced it. And it's true that there's a lot of tried and true practices. There are some that, are completely outdated, and there are some that only works for this type of industry. Okay, so maybe I'll go in a little bit. Okay, it's fine. I don't have my script, but I'm just going to teach you. I can even show you a little bit here what an email marketing campaign is. Okay, so first, what is email marketing? Email marketing is getting your ideal audience, your ideal clients, students to stay within your world. And what does that mean? So one way you can create an email list is gathering emails with your students' consent that you will be in your email list. So you may be familiar with things like, newsletters or being in a yoga newsletter. Say maybe like if in your training or in yoga studios, they have their own email list, right? I think one here is Yoga 6. Yoga 6 is a really familiar one, and they use an email marketing. Okay, and the difference between how they use email marketing and how you're going to use it as a beginner or as someone that's just like starting in a couple years into it, it's going to be different in a way where how you present yourself, how you talk to your audience. So in the way that converts really well in this industry, especially if you don't know, if no one knows you, nobody knows who you are, you need to be talking to them kind of like one-on-one marketing. This may be if you followed us a little bit, there's one-on-one marketing, and there's the studio marketing where like this, maybe the yoga studio talks like they're the studio, like we're a studio and we are a team and come to our classes. So it's a little bit different than the one-to-one marketing. And this is what I'm going to show you today is how to convert, really learn how these simple, proven techniques and strategies will help, help people, like just kind of a viewer of your services to really engage, to really like, engage with you emotionally, engage in your journey. And so this is how I've been taught to conduct email marketing, is that you have to almost like send emails to your list as if you're talking to a friend on the couch. Okay. So it's pretty exciting stuff. And it may be, taught differently for you, or maybe you wanted to do it differently. You can try either way. This is how I've been able to convert meaning like, take them down to a path where they don't know who I am, they know who I am, and they're ready to buy my yoga program because they believe that I can help them with it. Okay. And so really powerful way to engage the people and reach the people that you can really help. And then, learn. And it's one way to draw the line between the people that you can't help, that like they're just not a really good fit. So why would you work so hard to try to make them a fit, to, oh yes, I can help their problems and they want to be helped by me, and they know they can be helped by me because I'm describing their journey as we go along. And that's what you do in your email marketing. Okay. I don't know, I have this pulled up, but so that's one really important way to do email marketing. Okay. So, and so like what's important, and it's important skill to build is really like, learning how to write good copy. That's one thing. Okay. Improve your copy over time, and then make sure that you're, practicing that on a regular basis. Know the formulas. Okay. And then begin to practice doing that over time. So let me see if I can kind of share what can I share today? Maybe an email marketing software. So, or even I'm gonna create a new thing. And I'm going to share it with you here. And if you want a copy of this, feel free to let me know, and I will give you this copy. All right. So first, you have to do the one-to-one marketing. Okay. Talking to your audience. Like a friend on the couch. And you're almost kind of like, I've been where you are. You're kind of talking to them like, hey, I've been where you are, and I know all your problems. This is how I've been able to solve these problems. Here's one more step to see if this works for you. And then you can do like a soft invite to one of your classes, a soft invite to a meditation workshop or whatnot. And then you start to build relationships out of that. Okay. And it really just takes practice to have that skill. So one form that you can do, which is like really easy, you can begin practicing, is the problem, agitate, solve formula. And it's something that I still do, and a lot of marketers do. PAS, problem, solve, agitate, formula, is that you start off really big with what their problem is, right? It's like, hey, lower back pain, and this is, you start off by, in the email is, making sure you have a good hook. We call it a good hook, which is like the email subject line is your hook. Okay. So, in the hook, it's also really important. It's just one part of, one part of the formula. Okay, if you don't hook people in, people are not going to even see what your solution is. So for the email subject line for your hook, you want it to be very curiosity based. Okay, so it's almost like giving them a reason to find out, like, what's more, right? And then you can begin to pay attention what like hooks you in certain emails that gets you to open it, right? Or so that way, people are engaged and like wondering like, oh, how did he do it? How did she do it? So what is a curiosity based headline or hook? It could be something like, my one like my one tip I got from losing it all on my on my journey, or something like that. And you can make it really specific. It can even make it really like, and it just, you just practice this over time. My one tip I got from losing it all on my journey is like, oh, like, she lost it, or I wonder what they lost, and you're almost kind of like, you're getting them to really be curious about, like, to read more. Okay. Or it can just, and you want to be like, play with it. Okay. And then I've always been taught to, if you don't have if you want to start at email marketing, you want to start with just really getting good at like practicing your hooks and just those one-liners, and then you can judge your open rates from that. Okay, so that's another good tip, is that's how you can judge open rates for your email open. So 20% has been the 22% open rate has been kind of the industry standard. 20% open rates, and that's that means like, okay, you're doing pretty good for for someone that's just starting off. So that's kind of how you want to test how you're getting good at your open rates, right? Like, if you're not, like, if your open rates are like 10% and below, you need to start working on your hooks, working on your email subject line. Okay, that's one thing that you could just pick up from here, and then once your rates start getting better, then and then see your next conversion rate, like the next conversion, like now that you've converted them to open the email, can you convert them to another call to action, meaning you get them to open it, but you want them to do something with that information, taking them next steps to their sales journey, which is maybe in buying another class or attending a free class, so that way you get to know them more, you get to know more of their problems, you get to understand their problems deeper, that you could also put into your marketing and your messaging. Got it? What do you think? Okay. So those are like three big things that you can begin working on. And if you're like way past this, I'm curious to know too. I want to know if you're like past this level. I want to create something that's meatier and like, pack a more powerful punch for your business. I'm happy to create more engaging content around it. Okay. So email marketing, I always like to go, which email marketing platforms do I like? So I played around with some, and so I still really like Active Campaign, which is what we use in a lot of multi-million dollar coaching industry companies still use. Active Campaign. And there is a small fee for that. It's about, I think, if you go monthly, and I suggest you going monthly at first, it's $15 a month, I think, for like a certain up to members, certain number of contacts. And then there's also fun one to play with is what you probably see, MailChimp. It's free. I don't like it as much because I wasn't taught in it. It's definitely pretty doable, and it works. It works for like just submitting campaigns. Okay, so what is a campaign? A campaign is just like a mass email to your audience and followers, giving them that one message, talking to your ideal client in that one message to get them to take action on the next step. Okay. And then you collect data from that, collect your numbers on it. Okay. Track your numbers. Track your email marketing numbers, track open rates, members, or contacts. Okay. If your contacts are, and unsubscribes, right? Subscribes and unsubscribes. That's what that is. Okay. And then conversions. So meaning like if they, from that email marketing post, you have a link that takes them to sign up with you in the next class, see how many people, convert to open clicks and then an actual buyer. So that's where the, let's do that too. Open clicks. Well, those are the open rates to the email, and then clicks in links, and then buyers. Okay, buyers or attendees. If it's like promotional or like a free workshop or whatnot. Okay, so those are some of the big things, and so sometimes I like to go in there and show you what they look like. So let's see what we have. I'm gonna look for it real quick. And then in Active Campaign, you create your own, I guess they call it URL, right? Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to share some numbers here. Okay. And this is heat to, if you're starting off really, small, to get you to the next level. Okay. So here's what Active Campaign looks like. Here you get the open click rates, and it's about 20%. And then you go here to create campaigns. So maybe here, create a campaign. Oh gosh, I hope I don't mess up one of my team members. But so here you enter the campaign, which just means the name of the email. Maybe you're gonna create a campaign to, your audience to attend your workshop. So workshop, and I'm going to just do test. Confuse myself. Workshop test or yoga class. Okay. And then this in this part, it's just only you will see this. Okay. And then you can even do some split testing in marketing. We love split testing, like which is better than this one, AB, we call it AB split testing. So that way you can test which messaging works better, which performs better. Let's just do a standard for now. Maybe we can go into the automated and autoresponder one next time, if that's something that you would be interested in. And if you're watching this on the replay, type, automated email campaign, or if you want to learn about the autoresponder email campaign, type autoresponder email campaign. And I'll do a training for that. So next. And then here you create, this is from your list. And then these are like, how many I have on my list, at least on this responder. So pick one, right? I'll do the group test one. And then you can, I highly suggest starting with the text only. I think it's text only. Continue. And then start from scratch. And then here are the sender details. You can put your name here, so you can really customize it. It can come from any email address, right? So this comes from my my domain email, but you don't have to have that. You can say it's coming from, really anyone, like you can put any names as it's coming from, from you, from your program. You can even put like, your program name or group name. And then here, this is where you put your hook, your headline, your the curiosity-based headline that draws them in to read the email. Okay. Let's do a curiosity-based hook here. And this is, you can always change this later. So continue. And that's it. And you start typing your email here. And you want to, and then in every body, so this is considered the body, you still want to, each line matters. So the first line should also be pretty, catchy. And if we're using the PAS formula, you can start with the problem first. You can talk about, problem could be, are you, if you are someone like me who had experienced lower back pain for years, and then you kind of continue list the problems, and then you agitate a little bit. You agitate the problem a little bit. So that's a problem. And then the agitation is, you kind of like go really on high drive on the pain points. Okay. And that's, first you got to do the work of listing your pain points, your ideal client's pain points. Right. It could sound like, if you're someone like me who have experienced lower back pain for years, you probably, you've suffered through it, taken a lot of, pain pills or medication to relieve it, or one of those patches. spent so much money, that's another pain point, spent so much money trying to address it, and you want to get rid of it for good. So this is kind of where the solution comes in, right? So you get the idea, right? And then solution. We have a lower back pain workshop that you can attend, so that's a solution. And then that's going to build like relationships. You can even put in like, this sounds like you, so. Join our upcoming lower back pain yoga workshop, where we show you the exact poses that will eliminate back pain for good. Okay. And and you can say all this in email marketing, right? Like you can't, it's hard to say all these words in like, an ad, like say in Facebook ad. But you get away with a little bit more of this type of language in an email marketing setting, because this email your list is yours. Okay. There are some ground rules. Absolutely. There's a training on that about some of the ground rules of email marketing. Go to that first, make sure you follow the rules. But like with these type of language, you can kind of get away a little bit. Okay. Because I don't think in Facebook ads, you can't use the word pills. You can't use the word pain or medicine. That just gets, you will get flagged, and your Facebook ads will get like shut down. But in your email marketing, which is, first you do your ad, which is a bit more safer, and then you get them to say, post an ad, you do your, we call it, lead magnets, because your leads, you magnet them into, to join your list, which is like maybe offer a workshop or whatnot. And then they're in your world. Okay. And so you can get away with a bit more of this type of language in an email setting. And then some people kind of shy away as like, I don't want to be liable for like, if people don't eliminate their back pain for good, like, this is more curiosity based. And if people follow your poses and workshops regularly and whatnot, then that this is true, right? And it's true. So the idea is to not overthink it. You're following the rules. You have to lead them so that they can help themselves. Okay. And then, so that's a solution. And then the last part is the CTA, call to action. Call to action link, and then, which is like join the workshop, right? And then you link it in here. Okay. So that's all that I want to share today in this marketing. I'll go ahead and save and exit. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm just going to like, did I get rid of it? Okay, here it is. I'm going to do copy and put it in the sheet that I was working on for you guys. All right. So if you want this, I'm happy to share this with you. Let's go ahead and share to anyone with the link. Okay. So I'm copying the link here, and then message me or type in the comments that you want this free copy and I'll send it right over. Okay. So that is all I have today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in taking this to the next step, you can stay on. If you're ready to go, you can hop off. Have a good day. See ya. And if you're still here, if you want to, don't want to learn on your own, you want to just get started, you want me to hold your hand around this, absolutely, we go over this in our mindset subscription program. And it is a paid subscription program. You have to apply to get in, okay, because it does take time and effort to help you get from your current situation to your goals. Okay. And I want you to go ahead and fill out that sheet, the application. It's a paid application. So the next step is it will be asking you to, pay for the subscription. But once you start working through this, you'll start to really earn your investment back in no time. And you get access of free courses to help you do this. You have access to time with me to help you walk through what to do exactly. Weekly reminders, and in the group of yoga coaches already doing this, that are in the same exact space and point of where you're at in your business. Okay, so that is all I have today. I'm Yoga Coach Sarah, and I'll see you next time. Take care.